This is the latest edition of Front Up, and I'm Whitey Willauer, and we have got a great guest today, Paula Leary. Paula, good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me, you're with the NRTA. What is your title there?
Oh, I am the NRTA administrator.
You're not the executive director?
Nope, the term is administrator.
Administrator. And
yes.
Who decides on that term?
State legislation.
Really?
For the regional transit authorities, yes.
So you're a state employee?
Kind of. I'm each regional transit authority, and there are 15 throughout the Commonwealth, not including the MBTA, are our own entities.
Uh-huh.
We fall under state law.
Yeah.
So,
who's your boss?
Oh, you'd be one of them.
I'd be one of your bosses?
The NRTA Advisory Board.
Okay.
And in our case, the Board of Selectmen act as the NRTA Advisory Board. It's different in other communities, but for us.
So you report, is Libby also your boss?
No. Nope.
Oh, because she was asking me whether I got permission to have you on here today.
Permission from you?
Well, from her.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, how long have we had the NRTA here on Nantucket?
This will be our 17th season.
17th season.
17th season. The first season started in 1995.
Were you working for them then?
No, I came on after that.
I see.
2 routes and 4 buses, and now we're a 9-route, 13-bus system.
Right, and the buses, where do you get the buses from?
Mostly through state capital funding sources.
Who picks out the buses?
We go out to bid, and the NRTA goes out to bid.
Okay, that's, yeah.
We don't have a lot of choices because of our narrow requirement, and there's not a lot of transit vehicles out there that meet that 96th inch
so the
width.
state probably sets the width, or is the width Nantucket?
The width is Nantucket. Dover Street, York Street, North Water
Okay.
Street.
I always have to pull my mirrors in when I go up Gardner Street.
Yep.
Yeah, or they get knocked off.
Yep.
You get many of your mirrors knocked off?
You know, we used to, because you get illegal parkers, and you know some of the spaces are very tight. But when we eliminated coming down Union Street,
okay,
not many. We had 1 last year.
Really?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What other kind of damages do you get?
You know,
on your
not
bus?
a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot. And you know, knock on wood, we've never had anything major happen.
Yeah.
Safety, of course, is something that we stress.
Sure.
You know, safety, safety, safety. We usually have a good bunch of drivers. We've got a great operating company that works with the drivers and training, and at the beginning of the season and throughout the year as issues come up. So we've been very fortunate.
Now, where do they get the drivers? Are they local people?
Some are local. You'll notice some retired people. Some have been with us for a long time. And then we do the visa programs. We've had some Bulgarians, Filipinos, Haitians, and they've all worked out very well for us. They're hard workers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the local people, are they the ones that drive in the winter, or are they the summer folks?
Just the summer folks, the seasonal people. We have different drivers for the van service that runs year round.
Okay, and those would probably be Nantucket.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, the state wouldn't be.
No, they don't.
Does the state select the drivers
No.
and give them to you?
Nope.
You interview them.
Well, I don't. The operating company does.
Okay.
We have to contract out for the management and operations of our services.
Now, when you set your routes, who's in charge of setting the routes?
I make recommendations to the Board of Selectmen, or to the NRTA Advisory Board.
Yes. Okay, so.
And we haven't had changes in those in a long time. When we first started, they were well thought out and well planned, and encompassed a large portion of the island. So we haven't done much tweaking of those.
But you've had a couple of new routes lately, haven't you?
Oh, it's been a while. A couple years ago, we modified the Maya Comet Loop to better service the Hussey Farm
Sure.
and housing on Somerset Road area. But other than that, it hasn't been anything too major.
Yeah, now I remember that the airport route, the airport used to pay for that. Do they still pay for it?
No, they don't.
Why?
We received additional federal funding to be able to take that over and kind of run it the way
you'd like to run it.
I'd like to run it. Yes.
I see, you're in charge.
For the purposes of, you know, public transportation.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about that route is the Sconset via Old South Road bus gets so full
Okay.
on both ends and along the way. So the airport is a nice complement along Old South Road, so people have more of an opportunity. Because at parts of the day, you know, July and August, that bus is full in Sconset, and then you can be driving by people, and that's never a good thing. So the airport route helps with that. So it's been a nice
your
complement.
buses get full at the Sconset.
Or in town when people want to go to
Why don't you up the
Sconset.
rates?
Fine line. Public transportation, what people are willing to pay for that trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, of course, the last bus leaving Surfside Beach every afternoon is full. We'll take 250 people out between 10 and 3, and they all want to come back at 5:40.
What do you do about that?
We send extra buses or alter or deviate the Maya Comet bus down
Oh, okay.
to
And
get them. We never leave them stranded.
And you can carry bicycles and things like that?
We can accommodate 2 bikes on a first-come, first-served basis on all our vehicles. All our vehicles are handicap accessible. We allow pets, dry-leashed, well-behaved. We had some faithful ferret riders a few years ago.
Ferrets?
Ferrets, yes.
Can I bring a parrot or something like that?
As long as it's in a cage.
I see.
You want to hear a funny story about a dog?
Sure.
The dog was waiting at the Friendship Lane stop. There were a few other people waiting to get on. So when the bus came, the people boarded, the dog boarded, and when the bus got into town, the people left and the dog sat there. It wasn't their dog. It was a neighborhood dog that just got on the bus, and its family happened to be in town and came, you know, when we called, came over and got him.
Yeah.
I told them we should have charged them, but they did. But, you know,
You don't have
we have fun stuff like
if I
that
bring
that
a pet
happen.
on, you don't charge me for it?
A what?
If I bring a pet, P-E-T?
No.
No, so it's free? I can
It
bring.
is.
How many
So-
can I bring?
Well, many as you can
Jimmy
handle, you
Barker
have-
would come
yeah.
on with his 20 dogs, and
you need to be in control of them.
all 20.
No, I think the budget would need to get pretty desperate before we started charging for
How
pets.
big a pet can I bring on board that?
What do you have, an elephant?
Well, remember that llama that used to
Oh,
live?
I'd probably get a phone call about a policy on the llama.
I see. Okay.
We could put it through the roof vent, maybe.
Yeah, I see. And then you could carry chickens around and
Oh,
things
sure.
like that.
Sell
You-
eggs.
Yeah.
There's a revenue stream.
That's good. That's good. Now you take advertisements on your buses.
Yep.
What happens there? Do you have set prices, or how about for not for profits?
Yep. We have 3 different types of advertising rates. There are set rates by the advisory board for businesses, and then a different rate for nonprofits. The 3 types are brochures, 4x9-inch brochures. We have a poster size ad, and then we have the vinyl signs that can go on the roof of the bus.
I know we're going to be producing a blue book that sort of is general information for Nantucket. Can you have general information brochures on your buses? Or
Yes.
do we have to pay for it?
Yeah.
Is it negotiable?
It's very reasonable.
Is it negotiable?
It's very reasonable and well worth it.
Yeah. Now, how about the rates for the individuals? How does that work?
We have the individual fares, which are $1 or $2 depending on the route. The Sconset, Matticat, Surfside Beach, and Airport are $2. The other buses are $1 each way. Seniors 65 and older and individuals with disabilities are half fare. And we have several different pass rates, both for the season and for short term, for the visitors that come over, that can be purchased.
They've got a seasonal. I know Flint Ranny has some kind of deal.
Well, it's not just Flint Ranny that's got the deal. Let me be clear on that. The season passes, we do offer a senior disabled pass, again, 65 or older, and that's $40. And all the season passes provide unlimited rides on all routes for the days that we operate, which will be May 16th to October 10th this year.
And then how about the bus stops? Do you manage those, or does the town? Who pays for those?
For the maintenance of them?
Who?
The NRTA pays for them, the
Right.
posts and the maintenance
Right.
that's required. Picking up the trash and things, I got tired of doing it and lugging the weed whacker around, so I incorporated that into the operator's contract, and now they're responsible for that. Although if I do drive by a stop or am at my stop waiting for the bus and there's trash, I'll pick it up.
Okay.
As long as it's not sticky and gooey.
Sticky. So now, how is your traffic? Has your traffic been increasing, or?
We stay right around the 250,000 passenger boardings a year. Of course, the year, what was it, 2008, that the fuel went through the roof, we saw a 9% increase that year.
Yeah, but otherwise you're
yeah, we can do 251, 248,000.
That close each year.
Yep. You want to hear a number?
Sure.
Since we started in 1995, we've had 3,981,280 passenger boardings.
Oh, now how about school kids? Do they get a special rate?
Yes. Yes.
And how about anybody else?
If businesses purchase passes for their
That's right.
employees, they get a $10 discount, and it's a tax benefit for them now.
So if I have an in-town business, then I give out these to my employees.
Yep.
It's an employee benefit.
Yep. Yep.
And then don't you have certain places where you can leave the car and you get picked up? Where do you have those?
Park and ride lots. You can
ride.
park for free. We have very generous businesses in this community, and the businesses that we have allowed us to use their parking lots for 17 years now. The Muse,
Yeah.
the Chicken Box,
Yeah.
Fairgrounds Restaurant.
Fairgrounds
Restaurant from 7 to 5, 7 in the morning till 5 at night. And the elementary school once school is out until Labor Day.
So I'm surprised at Fairgrounds. Maybe that's why I can't get places there at certain times of day.
Unfortunately, that's probably not the case. I wish it were.
Yeah.
I think they're underutilized.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're going to be doing a marketing campaign just on the park and ride lots this year.
Yeah.
We've totally are redoing things and putting more emphasis on that, as you know, with all the discussions and things about the downtown parking. So just to make people aware in case they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, people say, you should put signs up. I go, there are signs up.
I got a signal. You don't have mosquito problems and things like that.
No.
Anyway, I got a signal from Gino that we're sort of hitting our limit here now.
Okay.
Have you got any questions you want to ask me, or anything I've left out or we should have been discussing?
Just that the season will kick off on May 16th this year, and we will run through Columbus Day. Different routes operate on different days and hours, but you can get schedules. We have a lot of exciting things happening for the 2011 season, which you'll all have to wait for in May.
When you say we, is this the town?
NRTA.
Okay.
NRTA, totally separate
right.
from the town, but the NRTA will have lots of exciting things, including a phone application this year. So
phone application for what?
So you can see where the bus is in live time. So when you're standing at your stop, you can download a phone app and see whether you've missed it or whether it's coming.
Are you tracking it, or are you estimating? Are you estimating
Oh,
it?
it's real time.
Real time.
GPS on the buses.
Yep.
Great.
We have that now, but it hasn't for administrative purposes, but we have not been able to make that available to the public, and now we will.
Now in the winter you do pickups for people, don't you?
That's the elderly and disabled van service called Your Island Ride. You need to be certified and determined eligible to use that. But that's a great service. You know,
you have to be so old, or you have to be disabled, or both?
You can be any one of those. You can be old, you can be disabled, you can be old and disabled, you can be young and disabled. It follows the federal ADA guidelines.
Can you be any place on the island?
Yes.
Eel Point or something like that?
Yep.
You'd have to, but how far in advance do you have to make a reservation?
At least by 2 o'clock the day before.
And you'll take people down to the Stop and Shop? And
yep, we take people shopping, hair appointments, you know, the social events at the Salt Marsh. People go to meetings. We take several people to work every day.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's a wonderful service.
Do you do that during the summer?
Yep. That's a year-round service, Monday through Friday from 8 to 4.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
I can get a ride into the Board of Selectmen if I'm disabled, or?
Only if you want to go before 4. I don't know if we could keep up with your schedule and get you everywhere that you always are. That would be tough.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, thanks
and
for
thanks for
having
being
me.
in here. And this is going to be a great show. And you're a great person to interview.
Oh,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thanks, Whitey.
Right.